Hey guys, how you doing? This is Manga, etc. and I'm here to bring the review for Dragon Ball Super episode 114. So the first thing I'm going to mention is that we do see bits of Vegeta versus Toppo, and it wasn't really much. I think that it was on two occasions. In the first occasion, Vegeta got a punch in because Toppo dropped his guard for a second. I really did like that one day for some reason. I don't know exactly why. But the other time, we see Toppo getting a hit, and this is because Vegeta dropped his guard due to Caulifa. So we do get to see that. And I still got my fingers crossed because something's really telling me inside that we're not going to see a full-blown fight between those two. So I've still got my fingers crossed for that because I do reckon it would be a good fight to see within full. So the focus of the episode was still Goku, Caulifa, and Kale doing their fight. Slash, no, it was a fight. I did think Goku was training them at one point, but I think he's just being a Saiyan and enjoying a good fight kind of vibe. So yeah, that was what the episode was about. Kale goes berserker again. Now I think it's really important to mention that when she goes berserker, it does disturb Jin's meditation for a split second. And yes, it was a split second, but it could be kind of hinting towards Jiren coming out of his meditation to deal with Kalfa. And I'll go on a bit about that more towards the end. So yeah, we had that, and then the fight goes back into full swing with Goku barely holding on, just doing what he can to hold on. And then there was some freezer fluff within there as well. I'm not really going to talk about that, but it was like a little break from the fight. And then Goku goes red. Now, should he have been able to recover enough stamina to go red? I'm going to say no, especially for this long, seeing as how he did go Super Saiyan 3 last episode and he wasn't able to hold it for that long. But he's been fighting all this time, so for him to be able to go red, it's BS in my personal opinion. But I'm not gonna stay here and get mad about it because I knew, as much as BS as it's gonna be, I knew that eventually Goku was gonna recover his stamina to at least go back to blue because I know say they're not gonna. As much as I would love for Goku to get knocked out the arena, this being the Goku and Vegeta show, hence Goku first in the title, I don't think he's going to be knocked out of the tournament. But I would like that. So I don't think Goku should have been able to gather the stamina to go back to red, and I also don't think that he should have been able to overpower. I wrote down here Kali. No wait, no, yeah, I don't think he should have been able to overpower Kale, but he doesn't overpower them. He goes on toe to toe with them. I was just reading my notes on. So they go toe to toe. He goes toe to toe with Kale, and I don't think that this should have been possible simply because previously, when he fought Kale in Berserker, when he was able to go blue, Kale overpowered him then. So him going toe to toe with with Goku being able to go toe to toe with her within this episode is again a BS moment, especially since it was hinted that Kali is now stronger in Berserker mode now that she can control it. But yeah, like I was saying, within Goku goes red, the fight continues, and he's over to overpower Caulifa within this form. Obviously, that makes sense. So Goku having the upper hand now within red, Caulifa somewhat defeated. She couldn't go on. They decide to fuse. So we find out that Champa gave them a pair of Portura earrings, and that's what they used to fuse. Now, this really goes back to the rules of you can't bring in items and how relaxed the rules are because there have been items brought in already and like they've been given that I can't remember if it was the Grand Priest that allowed it or Zeno that allowed it, but they have been allowed. And now it really asks you where do you draw the limit on this because we've had Master Roshi bring in the bottle, and that was an accessory of his Mofuba Wave technique. And I know there's been more, but I can't remember to think of it. But I think Portara earrings should be something that's not allowed, because it doesn't, because we know senzu beans wouldn't be allowed, and it's essentially doing what a senzu bean does, but to a higher degree. Senzu bean, recovers your stamina and energy, so therefore you're brand new again. The Potara earrings fuses two people together, giving them a brand. It even says within the episode, giving them a brand new body, fully and obviously you can see that they're fully energized. So you can see my point of why Potara earrings should be not allowed. But regardless of that, we get that, and then in base form, Caulifa is able to overpower Goku. I'm gonna say overpower because we see her speed blitz Goku, see Goku within shock, and yeah, we see Goku within shock, and we also see Caulifa hit away attacks from Goku in red, and Caulifa saying, that's lame, bro. What are you gonna do? What are you doing with that? So I do reckon Caulifa is stronger than Goku, especially seeing as how she's having an easy time dealing with him within red. But this leads me to think of a possibility of Jiren coming out of his meditation. Now, his meditation was disturbed just by Kali powering up to Berserker mode, and now it is told within the episode that the fusion makes them 10 times stronger. So if Caulifa can be equal to stronger than Super Saiyan Blue, then 10 times Super Saiyan Blue should awaken Jiren, especially when it's not just Kali's power level times 10, when it's the combined of their power level times 10, if that's a ported area as well. But regardless of the fact, Jiren should wake up to fight with Caulifa. And one last thing that I did think about is that time limit. So we know that the ported earrings has a time limit of, I think it was an hour, but we know that when you're too strong for the fusion, it doesn't last the whole time. We've seen that with Zamasu, and I'm pretty sure we've seen that with the fusion dance as well. So realistically, Caulifa shouldn't get the full hour, and it should run out beforehand. So realistically, in my personal opinion, what should happen next is Caulifa defeats Goku, Jiren wakes up, Jiren versus Caulifa, their time limit runs out during their fight. If not, Jiren knocks them out, and the tournament of power should continue from there. But those are my predictions of what realistically should happen next. I'm going to give this episode a 3-star rating, call it a review. Like always, guys, I'm asking for your thoughts and opinions. If you haven't already, please subscribe to my YouTube channel. But most importantly, take care. Have a nice day.